Good morning student. We are going to see the next part of our lesson, historiography development in the West. In the first period, we learned about historical research methods and some important methods given. Then in the second point, we learned about tradition of historiography. Then next point was modern historiography, and today we are going to learn development of scientific perspective in Europe and historiography. Till the 18th century CE, Europe had achieved remarkable progress in the fields of philosophy and science. Till the 18th century of CE, Europe achieved remarkable progress, means notable progress in the field of science and philosophy. You saw it on the digital board. Scholars by then had come to believe in the possibility of studying the social and historical truths by applying scientific methods. And then, when philosophy in the fields of philosophy and science progress, Europe progress in the field of science and philosophy, the scholars of Europe had come to believe in the philosophy of studying the social and historical truths by applying scientific methods. Studying the historical truth, and for that they apply scientific methods. Now the philosophical discussions focus more and more, and then the philosophical discussions focus more on objectivity in history and historiography. Then they focus more on objectivity and historiography. Prior to the 18th century, all European universities were interested only in the philosophical discourses revolving around divine phenomena. Prior to the 18th century, means in the starting of the 18th century, all the universities believe and they are interested only in philosophical discourses. They believe only in philosophical discourses which revolve around the divine phenomena. However, gradually this scenario began to change. In 1737 CE, the Göttingen University was founded in Germany. In 1737, university name is Göttingen. In Germany. In 1737, this university is found in Germany. This university for the first time had an independent department of history, and when after the foundation of this university was first time had the separate department, independent department of history. Later on, German universities also became center of historical studies, and after this, some German universities also became centers of historical studies. The next point is notable scholars. The next point is notable scholars. The contribution of many scholars are important in the development of historiography. Many scholars gave their contribution, and it was important in the study of historiography. Let us have a look at the contribution of few notable scholars, and few of them are given here. Among them, the first scholar is Rene Descartes. The first scholar is Rene Descartes. 1596 to 1650. The first scholar is Rene Descartes. Rene Descartes was the foremost among scholars who insisted on verifying the reliability of historical documents by critically examining them. Rene Descartes was the foremost, means he was the first scholar who was interested on verifying the reliability of historical documents, means which documents we use to get information about history, how they are true, how much they are true. He believed in that to verify their reliability of historical documents by critically examining them, and for that he used the method of critical examination. Among the rules given by him in his book Discourse on the Method, the following is supposed to have a great impact on the scientific method of research. Among his book he given by him, Discourse on the Method is the name of his book. The following is supposed to have a great impact on the scientific method of research. Never to accept anything for true till all grounds of doubt are excluded. In his book, he told never to accept anything. Never to accept anything for true. Never accept anything as true till all grounds of doubt exalted. Means we are not we are not sure about its truth. Critically examine it, and when it comes as a truth, then accept it. The next is Voltaire. The period of Voltaire is 1694 to 1778. The next scholar is Voltaire. Voltaire's original name was Francisco Marie Autreut. He was French. Voltaire's original name was Francisco. He was French. He opined that along with objective truth and chronology of historical events, considering social tradition, trade, economy, agriculture, etc. was also the next is Voltaire. Voltaire's original name was Francisco. He was French. He opined that along with objective truth and chronology of historical events, his opinion was along with the objective truth, the chronology of historical event, the sequence of historical event, and considering social tradition, about which the chronological order or chronology of history is important about the social traditions, trade, economy, agriculture, etc. Was also equally important in historiography. These are also important in the historiography. His opinion is that all these things are also important in the historiography. It gave rise to the thought that understanding all aspects of human life is important for history writing. And due to his opinion, it gave rise to the thought that understanding all aspects of human life, to understand all aspects of human life is important for the study of history. Thus, it is said that Voltaire was the founder of modern historiography. And in this way, it is said that Voltaire was the founder of modern historiography. Then the next is George William Friedrich Hegel. Next is 1770 to 1831. His period was 1770 to 1831. Hegel was a German philosopher. He insisted that the historical reality should be presented in a logical manner. And he gave importance to presenting the historical reality in logical manner. To him, the timeline of historical events was indicative of progress. He gave importance to the timeline of historical events. He also thought that the presentation of history is bound to change over time as new evidence would come forth. Then he also thought that presentation of history is bound. We give the presentation of history, it is bound to change over time as new evidence would come forth. Means he want to give importance of the new evidences. With Hegel's philosophy, many scholars were convinced that historical methods were not of lesser quality, though they differed from scientific methods. And with Hegel's philosophy, many scholars convinced to his opinion, and they convinced that historical methods were not lesser. Historical methods are not lesser quality, though they differ from scientific methods. Though historical methods are different from scientific methods, but its quality is not less. The collection of this lecture and article is published in a book. The collection of his lectures and articles is published in a book entitled Encyclopedia of Philosophical Sciences, and the name of the book is Encyclopedia of Philosophical Sciences. His book Reason in History is well known, and his another book which name is Reason in History is also well known. We will learn the next part in our next period. Now today's homework for you is to complete question number 1A and question number 1B in your notebook.